You're listening to 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. Good evening, this is 102.7 Chop FM, and you're listening to ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And this show is dedicated to bringing the arts to Newmarket. Not just the musical arts, although we always have lots of musicians, but any artist practicing any discipline, be they amateur or professional. If you're in the arts and would like to appear on this show, then get in touch with us.
You can send us an email at artstalkradio102.7@gmail.com or send us a message on Facebook, ArtsTalk Radio, and we will get back to you.
Yes, we will. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday at 6 o'clock sharp to hear good music and to find out what's going on in the arts. This is a rare, an unprecedented Saturday night show for ArtsTalk.
Oh, yeah.
And we're doing this because we have the pleasure of having White Swan, the White Swan, in the house tonight.
From London, Ontario.
Kira and Shane from London, Ontario. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We're very excited to have you guys here.
Totally.
So there is a Newmarket connection here, right?
There is.
Yes, yeah, I grew up, I'm from Newmarket, so I went to school here throughout grade school and high school, and then just coming back to visit family for the weekends. The timing worked out great.
What high school did you go to?
Huron.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did you go? Were you in the music program then?
Oh, yeah, I was in the music program, drama program. I did the whole shebang.
Nice.
We've met a lot of people who came out of the arts program at Huron. It's
it was kind of known for that, right?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
great.
it still is, but...
And everybody seems to love the teachers in that program. Mm-hmm. How long ago did you graduate high school?
Oh, geez, don't ask
You're
me.
aging him now. You're aging him, Dave. You can't do that.
1979, like me?
9 years
Oh, my
ago?
God.
I think like 7 years ago now. Oh,
7?
wow. Doesn't feel like that long, but yeah, I think about 7 or 8.
That made me feel
Yeah.
old. I feel like I graduated, how long ago was that? 20?
10.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
I graduated
Ew.
6 years ago.
Oh my God, you guys are young.
So I'd be
Damn,
7.
I'm used to being the young one.
Yeah, you're on the right side of 25, unfortunately. And so London is the home base now for the White Swan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys meet down there?
Yeah, originally I met Mercedes through the Alcoholics. So probably about 4 years ago, she sent me a Facebook message and was just like, hey, do you want to come play bass for the Alcoholics? And I was like, well, sure, screw it, whatever. And then the Alcoholics started slowing down, and at that point, Mercedes sent me a text one day, and she's like, hey, do you want to start up a stoner doom metal band? And I was like, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
How can you
absolutely.
say no to that?
There's only one answer to that question.
Yeah, I grew up listening to Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, all that stuff, and Black Sabbath's one of my biggest influences.
Totally tell it
so,
when you're playing, yeah. That's
so
awesome.
when she was like, "Do you want to join a band that's basically going to be New Age Black Sabbath?" Absolutely, no way, not going to.
That's so awesome.
Caius and that sort of genre too, an influence for you?
A little bit,
Yeah.
I would, a little bit of Caius, I would say.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of an influence in there for sure.
Yeah, bridging into more sleep
Yes.
and wind hands kind of stuff too, with the clean female vocals and the low end.
Oh, yeah.
Very low.
It sounds awesome together.
Kira, you play the bass. Has that always been the case? Did you pick up a bass as a youth?
I've always gone back and forth between bass and guitar. I was in the music program at my high school in St. Thomas, and of course they didn't want to play the punk rock stuff that I wanted to play, so I picked up bass and played jazz and stuff.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Jazz bass. That's not easy.
Your bass was your first instrument,
It was. Yeah, it was.
and then piano came later.
Piano was later.
And,
Guitar in the middle.
I wish I could play piano.
You can play piano.
Well, I can dabble. I could get by.
You know how I taught myself I just took the chords of when I'm playing on a guitar, and I looked up the chords, and I just practiced those, and then you start to learn the patterns. And
easiest.
Yeah, that's fair. I can make chords and simple stuff, but if you ask me to play
I can't play
a song,
Beethoven,
it's no. Pass. Pass on that one.
I can play Heart and Soul, that's about it.
That was the first thing I learned on piano for sure. That was a little girl. That's
really
cool though, yeah. So you were the first member of the White Swan with Mercedes, and
Yeah, then I got brought in. We met through the Fanshawe College Music Industry Arts program.
you guys went to that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I remember wanting to go to that. That's so cool. That's one of the coolest programs I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
of.
So
Yeah,
much
it's
fun.
awesome. I'm a singer-songwriter as well.
Yeah.
So I recorded my last EP just at the school there. Just
Nice.
made friends with a engineer and a couple of
Good friends to
bandmates.
have.
Well, yeah, he's a great friend.
What do you
as
go by
well.
for your singer-songwriter stuff? Is it just your name? Or?
Yeah, just my name. So Kira Longway.
Cool.
It's on iTunes and Facebook and all
Wicked.
that jazz, you know.
Check it out, guys.
But
How would you describe the singer-songwriter work that you do?
I would say it's more like
Punk,
hard rock, like pop.
Yeah,
a little
little
Kind of
pop.
bit
like
Little
there.
pop.
Alcoholies a bit? Or?
No, heavier than
They're
alcoholics
dancey,
for
yeah.
sure.
No,
Yeah.
you guys are dancing.
Yeah, it's more of like the FU. I don't want to swear.
Yeah.
on
I appreciate
radio,
your radio-friendly vocabulary.
I would have
Thank you,
sworn
Kira.
like 50 times by
I
now,
feel
so
like yeah.
Your
it's kind of
restraint
hard.
is, very
She's holding herself back.
And
Yeah.
the kindergarten kids who listen will be,
Yes.
well, their parents will be
Yes.
pleased that.
it's
Yeah.
all for the children.
Yes.
Shane, you pick up the guitar as a youngster?
Yeah, I think like grade 6, I got my first acoustic, and then I got a Fender Squier, just the basic starter kit, a few years later, and instantly it was just like, okay, Smoke on the Water, the basics, all right, go through all that. A couple small bands throughout high school, and then I played guitar in Kira's band as well,
Nice.
and I guess that's how we had the connection to come into
Yeah.
this as well.
And then the Swan was born.
Yes.
Swan was
The Swan,
born.
White
Yes.
Swan. What inspired that name?
It's actually from a T-Rex song.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys
Cool.
know the band T-Rex.
I
They
like the
have a
band
song
T-Rex,
called White Swan.
Nice.
And it was actually Mercedes' idea originally. She listens to a lot of T-Rex, and again one day she just texted me. She's like, "Hey, why don't we just call ourselves the White Swan? Because it seems so. It's like the opposite of what you would
Totally.
imagine a stoner doom band being named. Really.
The logo looks so cool, though. It does have this, like, pretty but evil vibe at the same
Yeah.
time. It's awesome.
Who designed that?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember. I think his name's Brandon. He's a local London guy.
Nice.
He kind of just like did us a favor and made it up and said, "Don't pay me."
That's
So
amazing. Well,
he's just like, "Don't
nice
tell."
logo.
He's like, "Don't pay me, but don't tell anyone." So,
What's the London scene like?
it's
good.
Yeah, it's hard to say what the London scene is really
Does
like.
is Western a good audience? I mean, college towns in the U.S.
Yeah.
are known for touring independent acts. Does
Yeah.
Western have that?
I would say sort of. Like, I've played the Western radio station with the Alcoholies, but I would say they're not, like, metal friendly, you know? Like, most university students now, they go to the clubs and
Yeah.
they listen to, like...
Country music and electronic music are very
Yeah,
popular.
that's-
Gosh, yeah.
Country music and electronic music are huge in London. Like,
Sounds
we-
like Barrie a bit, because
Yeah.
the college kids don't really go to the rock bars so much.
Yeah.
It's more like
Yeah.
the country and the dance bars.
Yeah, like Fanshaw's a better group for that for sure. Like they're more country than anything, which is our worst nightmare. But I'm just kidding. I like country music. I
My
don't
eldest
mind it,
daughter
but-
went to Western, and I first heard the name Skrillex when she went to
Oh,
Western.
yes.
Because she came back in love with electronic music, dub,
Really?
Yeah, club
Oh,
music.
that's too bad.
thud, 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 thud.
Well,
Then you get in
yeah.
her car, and that's all you
And then it's
get.
got the
And it's funny too because
Oh, God.
Skrillex used to be in
Yeah, from
First to Last, which
I
is
know.
what are they like screamo emo? Well, not
Yeah.
anymore.
Whatever you
Like,
call
did you
it.
hear that new song they did?
No, I didn't really listen
You don't
to
want
that
to.
much. Yeah.
It's so bad. It's just like Skrillex decided to.
Oh, did he like mix the
Both
It's
influences
dubstep
are definitely
with
in
the-
there.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's just like Skrillex decided to ruin from First to
Sounds
Last.
gross.
I do have to say, I do have an appreciation for what goes into making the electronic music,
Oh,
just
yeah,
having
for
gone
sure.
through music
It's a
industry
lot of
arts.
work.
And I was like, oh, I'll give this a shot, and I was a train wreck. I
Yeah.
couldn't make anything like that. And then I saw some of the actual producers in
Yeah.
the program with us, and they were making like actually really complicated, complex stuff, and
Sure.
it was
Well,
really
I
impressive.
wouldn't know how to do it.
Well, it's
yeah.
like rather than having like practical instrumental, having talent to play like a shred or whatever, it's you have to have the talent to be able to process and
You're a
It's
producer,
like-
you're the engineer, you're,
Yeah.
you're
yeah,
everything in one
computer
box.
tech
More
savvy,
the
be able to
visuals
push all the
almost, too,
buttons and
yeah.
know what to do and process and mix and everything. So there's definitely still a lot of work that goes into it. It's just a different type. I would say, yeah.
I guess you could say the same thing about country artists, right? There's
About
some skill
many
in
art-
there.
pretty much any artist, right? I mean,
You just have
yeah.
to appreciate that it's challenging and difficult to produce good quality art, regardless of whether you're
Yes.
digging it or not.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I think usually most country artists just pay someone else to do it and then they just sing over it.
But maybe that person they're paying has some talent that we
Oh,
could.
for sure.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. The person
throw
they
some
pay
kudos
does
to.
absolutely. It's
But
just
yes, there's some of
the
those-
person on the CD or the name.
Yeah.
They just have a lot of money.
So,
Not every
we are
time,
going to
but-
play some songs tonight. Are they from an existing EP, LP, CD? What's the story in terms of the recorded stuff you've got?
So we brought in our first EP for you guys to listen to today. It's called Anubis. We recorded it. When did we record it?
A while back now.
Yeah.
At least 6-7 months.
Yeah, 6 or 7
Longer.
months ago. It's been out probably for about 3 to 4 months. It's actually done quite well,
Yeah.
like for online sales, and we're getting quite a bit of US
Good for you guys.
acknowledgement. But yeah, 3 songs. We recorded them in one day. Like 10 hours in the studio.
Oh my gosh.
Just power through the whole thing, yeah.
That's exhausting.
In London?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, just out on the outskirts of London, like Hyde Park area.
Want to give a shout out to the studio?
Yeah, it's Villa Studios, actually. The guy who owns Oxford Learning, which is like this giant Oxford Learning. I don't know if you guys know.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so the guy who owns Oxford Learning Center, he has his own private studio on his property.
Okay.
There's another band, his daughter's band actually records there all the time. It's their main studio. They're called Nikki's Wives, which you guys actually, I don't know if you guys might like them, but they're like electronic, they're kind of like metric.
Oh, I love Metric.
Yeah.
Nice,
You'd like
okay.
them then.
Yeah, they're really
Nikki's
cool.
Wives?
Yeah, I would definitely
Check 'em
recommend
out. Yeah,
checking them out,
definitely, I
especially
will.
since they did us the favor of letting us their studio.
Yeah.
So 10 straight hours. And you had a pro drummer come in who was not part of the gigging party of the band. We were talking about a little bit about that off air.
No, so
It's like the
Mercedes
opposite.
actually was the one who did all the recording for the drums
Yeah.
for the EP.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should explain the who plays
Dynamic.
what. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yes,
It's kind
yeah.
of confusing, right?
It is. We get asked it quite a lot, actually. So Mercedes is originally from Kitty, world-renowned drummer,
Woohoo!
toured around the world, yada yada.
Oh yeah.
So when we started talking about doing the White Swan and everything, she was like, "Oh, we should get a drummer." And I was like, "No,
You're the drummer.
You need-
You're awesome.
you need to drum," because I was like, "You're not going to be happy with these songs unless you drum on them."
Mm-hmm.
It's like typical Dave Grohl when he released Color and the Shade.
He
hired-
played everything, right? Oh
Yeah.
no, that was the next one.
Well,
He played
what
everything on
happened
the
was
first one.
he had a band and he got a drummer to record, and then every time he listened to a song, he just cringed and was like, "I can't listen to this. I need to
It
do
wasn't what was
myself."
in his
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
And
Re-recorded it all.
yeah, he recorded it all without telling the drummer.
And then he said to the guy,
Oh, poor
"We still
Taylor
want you in
Hawkins."
the band."
Yeah, whereas we're
The
being
guy
more
crawled out on
upfront
his
with it,
belly.
right?
Yeah.
That's really
We're
fair
being more
to-
upfront
yeah.
with it. We're like, she's doing the Dave Grohl thing, and there's no other way that I would ever want to do it.
Yeah.
Because we've got the pocket, bass, drums.
Oh, you got used to playing with her in the alcohol use, so like you had that connection already.
Yeah, like there's no point in
Yeah.
bringing in another drummer to play because neither of us would be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But in a live setting, so we've seen her as the drummer in an instrumental form of you guys.
yeah.
And then
That was a last minute
first time
thing,
we
yeah.
saw, only time I actually saw you guys live, she was playing synth, guitar, and singing, and you were
Yes.
the live drummer.
Yeah.
That's the
right?
typical arrangement that we go for.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's killer. Sounds awesome altogether.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, we loved it.
Who writes the songs?
Mercedes, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, she'll just like think of these riffs and record them on her phone and then send them over, and we learn them, go over there, jam them out.
Figure out the arrangement.
And the instrumental that we did play at the Bovine about a month ago, that's how we start out our songs.
Mhm.
Every one of them, the three of us will hash it out, and
And vocals come later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
She usually seems to have an idea like while we're working on the instrumentals, but then she'll bring the vocals to
Yeah.
the table after the fact.
Nice.
But it was funny though, because when we did Anubis, Shane and I kind of did a gamble of $300 each, and we hadn't heard the vocals at all, and we were just like, "Well, let's see what happens." Went into the studio, had never heard any of the singing for the songs, and turned out really well.
Yeah. But you guys were like blown away.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, we sat there and just listened to her do it, and we were like, "Holy crap!" Like,
I mean, luckily we had her to sing in like other bands, like doing backing
Yeah.
vocals and then
Right,
fronting
yeah,
some
you guys
cover
mentioned
band.
that.
So we knew that she was able, like a great singer. It's just we didn't know what she was doing
Well,
particularly
yeah,
for
we
these
didn't know
songs.
what was going to
That's
happen.
actually so cool that you go into a studio, you have no idea what the sound.
It was
the
fun,
songs will
actually,
Sound like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's $300 well risked.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
Absolutely. Do it
Yeah.
again in a heartbeat, for sure.
This is ArtsTalk on 102.7 Chop FM. I'm Taylor Cross.
I'm Dave Peters.
And we are in conversation with Shane and Kira from the White Swan. We're going to start out with Illuminate. Anything we need to know about Illuminate?
Nothing that I can think of. I just let the music speak for itself.
Yeah.
All right. This is the White Swan with Illuminate on 102.7 Chop FM. White Swan with Illuminate on 102.7 Chop FM. This is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And we are in conversation with Shane and Kira from White Swan. Is it the White Swan or White Swan?
Normally we go by the White Swan, but we're not picky.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like we played this show, I think a couple weeks ago with Astro Witch, and they made a poster for it, and they put White Swan on it, and then I had the guitar player, Jen, she messaged me, and she was like, oh crap, I'm so sorry, I forgot to put the on there, and I was like, don't worry about it.
Close enough.
Yes.
I guess it's good to be
Whatever.
relaxed, but some people might argue that's a branding thing where you want to be
I
specific.
find that people
Yeah.
kind of say the when it's not there, or don't say it when it is there. Like, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Beatles or Beatles.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I mean, everyone knows what you're talking about, at least,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
it's there.
Yeah, you're right, of course. And we just try to be careful because you never know if you're going to offend
It's respectful
Fair enough.
We
to
try
call
be
someone.
respectful.
Especially these days, you can offend anyone for anything. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
well,
just breathed.
All the snowflakes in the world that are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so fragile.
Yeah.
So the next one up, which we're going to hear in a minute, is a cover of McCartney tune, and we were talking off air about the mechanics of covering a former hit song.
Mm-hmm.
So you had somebody contact the management company in order to get the okay to record that?
Yeah, we have a deal with DistroKid. It's just like a distribution site. American, they collect for us all around the world, and they have this feature where you just upload your cover song to them, and they'll contact the management or whoever needs to give the permission, and then they send it back. And yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
So simple.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, SOCAN. So it's a Canadian government agency. Did you say it was SOCAN?
No,
No,
DistroKid.
distro.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So how'd you come across them?
Something.
Actually, Mercedes has used them before for alcoholies,
Nice.
so it just kind of made sense to
Actually worked with them in
keep
the
going
past,
with what
so,
works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard of that distribution site and heard really good things about it. So
Mhm.
And what do? They take a percentage of every sale or something? Is that how they make money?
you got to pay them a yearly fee. Or
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
a
think
yearly
so.
fee, and they do take a collecting percentage as well. I'm not sure what it is.
Most places do, right?
Oh
Bandcamp,
yeah, every
iTunes,
place.
don't
I
do-
just
Yeah, it's a
don't pay
business.
attention
Yeah.
because they're going to take it either way. But
Yeah.
It's usually pretty small.
What's the
Yeah.
advantage of using that as opposed to self-promotion, self-distribution?
I'd say it covers a lot more bases, to be honest, and like it's
For
Less
example.
work for you too, right?
yeah, exactly. Especially like we're a self-managing band. We don't have a manager or a booking agent. We do everything ourselves. Like
So it frees up some of our time to be able to
Totally.
focus on that.
just
Yeah.
to pay a distribution service to do it and collect all the money. Like as musicians, we already chase enough people to pay us.
Yeah.
So like,
It's our
might as well
job.
take some of the weight off of our shoulders.
Yeah. Is there a point where you think hiring management will make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when it comes to that.
Yeah.
How will
like,
you know when you're at that point?
It's a good question. I guess when it becomes like too much for us to handle internally, and
Yeah, that's kind of what, because we've spoken about it before, and like it's just saving money. We might as well
Yeah.
do it ourselves for now, and we've talked about it. At some point, it will probably get to be too much, and like we've had a couple labels that have approached us about doing deals. We haven't done anything yet, but probably around the time that we get into bed with a label, we'll probably get some sort of manager, a booking
Yeah.
agent,
That's
because
awesome.
tour and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Have any
Makes it
labels
easier.
shown interest?
That's
3 to
a few.
4 for now. Yeah, a couple out of the U.S.
Good for you guys.
yeah, just
Yeah.
in
How
preliminary
long-
talks.
How long have you guys been a band? Sorry for if that.
About a year.
Yeah, about a year now.
Like you're doing so
yeah,
much
I
in just
think
a year.
I think those first apartment demos were probably about March of last year, I'd say.
Yeah,
so, yeah, just,
we
just
got
over a year
together
now.
last
Good for
year.
you guys.
Yeah.
That's a lot of action in 12
Totally.
months. So you've played some gigs in London, some gigs in Toronto.
Yes.
Nothing up this way in York region, North York.
Wait,
Not,
the
we did
farthest
Barrie.
was Barrie.
Barrie,
Yeah, we
yeah.
played
That was
Barrie.
recent.
Fox Lounge in Barrie, right?
We are looking into a short summer mini tour where we want to do like a Kingston, Ottawa, Montreal sort of thing. Because like I have friends out that way, so it's just crash on their floor. And,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Have a good time.
Again, it's
Living
trying to-
large, eh, Kira?
Oh, yeah.
just trying to get the right place to play. And
yeah.
Kingston, I think, has a good rock scene.
yeah,
for sure.
they're awesome. I went to school in Kingston for a couple of years. It's great.
Kingston's a nice town.
I've
Yeah,
never been
well-
there.
Never been there?
Maybe
Really?
once, but never like on the
Oh, you should go.
on the town.
On Princess
The
Street.
town's really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, like Toucan's great. The mansion.
Yeah,
Nice.
the Masters really cool.
I would love
Yeah,
to play there one
yeah,
day.
And
it's
there's a
very
great little
cool.
restaurant called not Piggy, Chez Piggy.
Yeah.
Chez Piggy. It used to be owned by a guy that was in a band called the Lovin' Spoonful from like the 60s. Anyway,
Have you ever
Uh,
been to the brew pub?
Yes.
Best chicken wings I've ever had.
So good.
And the whitetail.
So good. Yeah, it's a
Such
funny
good
thing about
beer.
Kingston. They've got a lot of good eating, a lot of good bars,
Yeah.
a lot of good restaurants.
Yeah, it's you could eat somewhere different for like an entire month and not get bored.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tons
You'd
I
of
be
see where you
really
got lined up
bored,
Kingston gig.
but-
Those
Yeah, no,
wings.
Kingston's.
Can we come
I
with
love
you?
Kingston.
ArtsTalk on the town.
We have
Travel station.
Yeah.
So that would be the first tour. This idea of going along Highway 401 there.
Yeah.
That would mean time off. I'm assuming you work day jobs. That You're not making a living at this just yet.
Not
yeah,
yet.
not
no.
yet. So, but if we do like a weekend thing, it's not too bad. You take
Yeah.
the Friday off, and
Yeah.
or
Even a
call in
week.
sick if they won't give it to you. Not that I said that at work. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're pretty flexible with getting the vacation time.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Is the idea to make a living at this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah, if we could just wake up and just play music all day, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, like-
That would be okay.
That's the dream.
I wish, yeah.
I wonder what has to happen though. What circumstances?
A lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Get a label with a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And a
money.
lot of luck too. I think
Yeah,
there's
Oh,
for
for
every
definitely a
luck
lot
goes
of
in,
luck
right?
and connections
Yep.
for sure.
Right place, right time.
I was just going to say,
Networking.
totally.
It's definitely right place, the right
But
time.
in that
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
genre that you're in, it's not really about writing a hit song, right?
Yeah, so the
there's
pop
not-
radio hit.
There's not a ton of radio play, even for the bands that are huge in this category.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, when was the last time you heard Deftones on the radio? Well, maybe a little. bit.
Actually, Deftones is getting more radio play now.
That's
I'd say,
good.
with their
Yeah.
latest
Oh, yeah.
record.
Yeah, a little bit.
And like even Mastodon, like they're not in the same sort of like doom that we are, but they're still fairly heavy metal, and they get radio play even. But
Nice. What kind of
even-
stations are they playing?
like we have a local station, FM 96. They play a lot of Mastodon and Deftones and that
Okay.
kind of stuff. But even like looking more into the satellite radio, like Sirius satellite
I
radio.
know, I never listened to that, but
There's
you're
so
right.
so many opportunities because there's a station for
Seriously.
everything, even the
Oh,
weird
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I remember when I had it a few years ago, or I didn't have it as my parents' car, but I took advantage. There was at least 5 or 6 metal stations that I found,
Yeah.
and that was just quickly skimming through. Like, there's a
So-
station for everything on there.
yeah, I think that's our next step is to try and get on the Sirius radio. 'cause
Yeah.
there's so many stations.
Yeah, totally.
The metal
And
seems
I
huge
guess
out
you
there.
get global distribution automatically when you're on satellite radio, right? Because Europe is there are certain places in Europe. Germany loves their metal, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard that,
So-
yes.
That you never know where you might find a following and get some play and
Yeah.
go on tour.
We actually did a short PR deal with someone over in the UK, and he's been distributing our stuff all across Europe.
Nice.
And it's starting just to pick up now. It's great.
Cool.
Yeah, I
The
would
White
love
Swan,
to do a European tour.
You're big in Europe.
Yeah.
Very big in Europe.
Europe.
That sounds
We're getting
awesome.
radio play right now.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm
pretty
not
cool.
making fun of you. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm very happy for you guys.
It's a fun
Thank
thing to
you.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. So you were both in the same band prior to the White Swan, and this morphed into the White Swan?
Not so much. I had been playing guitar in Kira's solo project when we were in college.
Right.
And then Kira and Mercedes were in the Alcoholies together all throughout that, and then afterwards as well. And then I'd say, if anything, the two of them from the Alcoholies morphed into this, and I just got brought in on the side as well, and
Yeah.
went from there.
And it's
Good
working out
fit.
good. Chemistry's
Yeah,
good.
totally.
And clearly there's some interest in what you're doing.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to play this Paul McCartney tune called Jet. And why don't you, Shane, you were telling us about this off-air. Tell us
Right.
a story about how this song came
So,
to be.
it's Mercedes' story. She tells it a bit better. I'll paraphrase a little here. She was on the way back. She teaches yoga, and it's insane. I don't know how she does all that extra crazy stuff.
neither.
Anyways, so she was on the way back or on the way to from yoga or something of that sort, and Jet came on the radio, and she just had a moment going, wait a minute, we could do a great cover of this. We need to do this. And
What
I think
if
that
this was
night
heavy?
she texted us.
Yeah,
actually.
she's like, what if this was heavy? Because the beginning riff, it's like... Dur, dur, dur.
And like, for what it is, it's pretty heavy on its own. So it's just
Yeah.
like, what can we do with this? And we'll see.
Here it
Coming up.
is.
We saw them, we saw you guys at the Cameron House, and I remember you start playing the tune and you start thinking, oh, that sounds like Jet. Wait a minute, that is Jet.
Yeah. And that happens at every show. There's at least
Oh,
one
yeah.
person who's like, that's Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
What? And it's actually gone over really well.
I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
People come up and sing along.
Yeah.
What is this band doing covering Paul McCartney? Well, we're about to find out what this band is doing covering Paul McCartney right now. This is Jet by White Swan on 102.7 Chop FM. never played it like that. That is White Swan covering Jet on 102.7 Chop FM. This is Arts Talk. I'm Taylor Cross.
I'm Dave Peters.
And we're in conversation with Kira and Shane from White Swan. So that was a rib-rattling bass sound. Was that a combination of guitar and bass? Is that a really grumbly sound?
Totally.
Is that a pedal? Is that an effect?
Well, live for sure. Kira has her the Big Muff bass pedal, which is
That's
a
what I
beast.
used to do.
Yeah, I've got the
Wicked.
Big Muff going. On the tracks, I have a Rat pedal plug-in going. It's like a analog distortion guitar pedal, but
Cool.
it sounds killer.
On your bass.
Yeah.
That's
So-
You were trying to play a guitar through a Big Muff, weren't you, the other day?
I did, but
Yeah.
it was kind of whatever.
There's so many varieties of them. Like there's
Yeah.
like
But I was
6
using
off
like
the top of
the
my head.
bass Big Muff
Oh,
on the
okay.
guitar.
Okay.
I just was
Yeah.
like using what I had.
Worth giving it a
It's
shot.
alright, yeah.
Just
The
because it says
guitar
bass
one
on it.
is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just have bass pedals. I don't really play guitar that much.
Yeah,
but
that's
we were
fair.
jamming. Yeah. Cool.
So it's interesting if you know that song, and I don't want to belabor it, but she must have heard that heaviness inherent in the song because she
Oh,
really
for
didn't
sure.
change
Oh,
the
yeah.
song all that much. We were talking about the tempo is very, very similar. The pace of the lyrics very, very, very similar. It's just got that
The
like
sludgy.
a wet wool blanket kind of heaviness.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when we went to approach doing the song as a cover, we didn't want to change the arrangement or anything. We didn't want to like assimilate it into our genre because when that happens a lot of times, sometimes you almost end up ruining a song.
It's cliche
Like,
too.
Yeah, so we kind of wanted to keep it as a homage to what it was originally supposed to be, but to put our twist on it and just make it as heavy as possible. Basically, which is
Success.
kind of our goal on everything. Is just make it as heavy as possible.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
It worked.
It's totally working.
Do you cover anything else to flesh out your live show a little bit because you're still working on building up your own catalog?
We had been talking about a few other covers. We don't have anything fully
We might
ready
do.
yet.
Do you guys know the song "Summer Breeze"?
By Seals and Crofts?
Like the old, yeah.
Yeah.
Make me
Yeah.
feel fine.
We might do that one.
What?
We were approached by
What?
someone who wants to do like a compilation.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a Toronto band that I think is doing it. We might do it depending on what happens, but yeah, we might do Summer Breeze for it because it's supposed to be like between 60s and 80s
That's
kind of
so
songs.
cool.
We've got a couple other ideas as well, but that's the only one I remember right now.
So the set list now is half hour, 45 minutes in terms of the original tunes you've got?
About 45 minutes counting Jet in there as well.
Yeah.
And I guess the goal now is to keep writing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We're just pretty much constantly we finished the first album, and by the time it was released, I think we already had at least 1 or 2 of the songs off the second album written and ready to go.
Ready to go.
So we're in the same stage now. We have the it's a chance to plug the second album that we just finished recording, I suppose.
Ooh, yes.
So yeah, we just finished that, and we already have, I think there's at least 2 more songs that Mercedes has sent us the riffs, and we've been bouncing back and forth. So we
Yeah.
got some stuff in the works already.
Yeah.
Where should people look to find the music?
Probably the easiest place would be iTunes.
Yeah.
You can also go on our Bandcamp. We actually make more money if you go to Bandcamp, so
Go to Bandcamp.
that would be
Bandcamp is
my
definitely better.
Go to Bandcamp.
that would be my prime recommendation. You can also just come to a show. We have CDs for sale, $5. You get the CD, and we make more money that way. Obviously,
You
just
got
buying.
sweet stickers too.
Yeah, I got some
Yeah.
stickers, and
Merch.
we
Yeah.
just sold out of our t-shirts, but we're making some more of those.
Yeah, we're going to be putting the shirts back up online either tomorrow or Monday.
There you go.
Whenever I
so
remember
next
to
week,
do it.
check
Yeah.
it out.
So yeah,
Check it out, get
yeah,
yourself
they'll
some
be
gear.
online and.
I'm rocking the White Swan sticker on my piano.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Awesome. I
awesome.
remember
Yeah.
when you bought that.
Yeah. I loved it. I saw it right away. I was like, this is awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's just see it on Rebella shows. Do you guys have shows coming up? People could check you out?
Yeah, we're playing in London at the end of April, April 29th. We've got a tentative show at the Bovine on June 10th, but we're still working out some logistics for that one. That one might get moved. We're playing in Bowmanville, which I actually have no idea where that is.
It's kind
but
of
we're
like
playing
around here-ish.
Yeah,
like
it's-
20 minutes.
It's
half
we're
an
playing
hour.
at
East
a
of
brewery,
Oshawa.
Yeah.
Bowmanville
That's cool.
Brewery. I don't know. I just want to get a lot of free beer out of it.
I didn't
to be
know
honest.
I'm excited now. All right.
He says that a lot. I forget to tell.
Yeah. I show up, I play guitar, I have
Yeah.
fun.
But
Because Shane's face has scrunched up several times during this conversation. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
it happens quite frequently. But yeah, we're playing that brewery May 5th.
Awesome.
So
So you got some stuff coming up.
yeah,
That's exciting.
I'm excited.
These are all booked by you. Are you the one that makes the calls? Has the connection?
It's probably about half and half. Mercedes does some of it as well. She has a lot of connections, obviously, from Kitty. So I would say it's about half and half for booking the gigs and talking to people and stuff.
It's nice when you can share the roles like that because it's a lot for one person to kind of.
It is,
Oh, for sure.
and like I don't know if you've ever been in that position where you do everything for a band.
I just can't do it. No,
No,
well, the
really?
bands that I'm in, if I'm overloaded, I'll tell the band and be like, "Can you help me with this?
That's
like,
good.
Can you man this?" And then everyone's respectful. But like Rubella's really good with we
That's
all kind of have
awesome.
our roles
That's
and
good.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
passions, what we're good at. And
Yeah, 'cause
it's a healthy way to be in a band. I
Whereas
think.
like I'm kind of a control freak, so I like doing it, but like I've been in bands before where I did everything,
Yeah.
and it's definitely
There's
more
a benefit to it. You do get your way
true,
most of the time, but
which is prime for me.
Yeah.
So
But then it's a lot more work on your plate too. So in
So
the
much.
situations
but
where
it's
you can,
rewarding.
oh yeah,
it's
for sure.
rewarding.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have the load split between
totally
the three of us.
especially when you can trust the people that you're working with
Oh,
to
yeah.
like,
For
do
sure.
that good job. That
Yeah.
your expectations are being
Exactly.
met.
Trust is the key word, yeah, and you have to kind of let people make mistakes sometimes. so
Yeah,
you can
totally, because
learn.
it's we're all learning, right?
Leadership.
Some
that's-
people have had more experiences than others, but
Yeah, for
everyone's
sure.
learning. Yeah, very cool.
Excellent. So Zed Blood?
No, the blood. No, it's not called
That,
that.
that was the Dropbox working
Sorry.
title. It's-
Yeah, like I said, we're
Blood.
self-managing, so sometimes we don't spell the song names right
Z
on
Blood.
the Dropbox.
I just thought it
That's
looked really
essentially-
cool, and I thought
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
this fun way of saying
You knew
it.
it would mess
Yeah,
with
it
me.
is.
I
Yeah.
kind of forgot about it till we got to this
Honestly,
point.
I forgot about it when I sent it to you. I was like, "Here you go." And
I didn't think anything of it until
Yeah.
we were like in the room here.
So,
But
yeah.
have we mentioned where people can follow you? Like, do you guys have Twitter? I know you have Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram are our most
Instagram,
active
cool.
portals that we use. We do have a Twitter. We don't use it very often,
That's
but
how I
of
feel
course,
like. I don't get
if you,
Twitter.
I use Twitter to complain because then people can't get mad at me because it's just Twitter,
It's
not
just Twitter.
Facebook, right?
It's true.
Exactly.
You can always compare your tweets to
but
Donald
yeah.
Trump's, and you're good.
Yeah,
You can get away with anything on there.
actually, the Donald Trump parody page is like the funniest thing ever.
When they do
It's
like
hilarious.
the fake Donald Trump
Yeah.
post. Oh
yeah,
my God, yeah. I've
yeah.
seen some.
Our fellow one, it's a Bill Clinton parody. It's called Pimp Bill Clinton. It's like the funniest thing ever. It's like I
Nothing
can't.
we can say on the air.
I can't
don't
say
think.
any of it on air,
No.
but it's like
So
it's
check
disgusting.
it out on your own time.
So if I'm not on Twitter and you guys aren't on Twitter, who's on Twitter?
We
You
are
have
on Twitter. We
on
just don't tweet very
Oh,
often.
I see.
I personally
I
have
tweet
3
my
followers
complaints.
on
Oh,
Twitter.
sorry, yes.
Three?
Yes,
Okay.
3 whole followers. I haven't touched the account
Yeah.
since I made it.
No, I
But-
opened one when the thing first started and never been on there. Just don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, of course you can follow the White Swan, and you can follow me on Twitter if you want to laugh at what I say.
Sounds like fun.
But Facebook and Instagram are the main
Awesome.
outlets, and we're pretty good about replying back to comments and talking to fans and stuff. So
Nice, yeah.
if anyone out there wants to say hello and whatever, they can.
So there's a community here in Newmarket of musicians that circulates together, plays gigs together, supports one another. I'm assuming it's a similar kind of situation in London.
Yeah, we've actually made a lot of good connections similar to that in Toronto as well, just because we have played there so often. So we have a few good bands, I'd say, probably from Toronto, where we have like good connections with. We've done a few show
Yeah.
trades with them, where we get them a gig, they get us a gig, and just
Yeah, where
help
if
each other
somebody's
out.
scheduling something, you'll tend to get a phone call or something to say, hey, we're
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
and like I mentioned to you guys earlier, even though we are from London, I feel like Toronto's our home. More I don't know, just the recognition.
You feel more accepted there, maybe? Or?
Definitely more accepted. That's a good word for it. Is feel more
Yeah.
accepted. It's way easier to get a show. We don't have to chase anyone. It's
And you guys get a really good reception from what I've seen. So
yeah,
it's-
like
it's
when we played the
encouraging.
Bovine, they capped it at 130 people.
I'm so upset that I didn't go to that show.
Yeah, that's a nice
Damn.
number.
So
How'd you get that many people out?
Being
I
awesome.
I
being
think
the
actually,
White Swan.
Yes.
That's how. Yeah.
well, it was also a last minute reveal that I think we knew probably
Yeah.
the week of that Mercedes was doing drums, but we were talking to the promoter and like, hey, let's wait, let's sit on this for a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think the day of or the day before,
Yeah,
was
you
surprise.
tease people. I
Mercedes is
remember
on drums.
seeing,
Yeah.
there's going to be a special announcement tomorrow. And it's
One
like,
time
woo!
only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might happen again if we have a drummer that quits last minute again. But It's
never know, right?
it won't be planned.
Drummers.
I don't think. Well,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
He's
like
a
not
drummer.
to say anything bad about him. Like, it was like one of those things where he's like, I don't know, just wasn't happy.
It happens.
Life got in the
And
way.
He
Totally.
offered to play the next couple of shows, but we were just like, well, if you're not enjoying it, we don't want to force you into doing something you're not enjoying.
Yeah.
So we'll just make do.
And you have Mercedes, so that's
Yeah, exactly.
pretty easy to
Like,
make
When in
do
doubt,
with.
fall back.
Yeah.
yes, we can play with her.
Yeah.
Figure it out
Oh, I thought it was
somehow.
amazing. I hope there's some videos online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
don't know.
about videos? You guys invested in that yet?
Yeah, we do have a YouTube channel. Actually, it's funny. There are more channels with videos of us than we have of ourselves. So, like when we put out Anubis, we had a lot of people make fan videos.
That's wicked.
So they're like all over YouTube, and we don't really care about copyright, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, it's spreading it around. We're just happy to connect with more
that's-
people.
YouTube's not going to pay us
Flattering, right?
on ours anyway, so
Yeah.
why bother?
You gotta
giving
get
other
a
people
lot
to
of
take it
views
down, so.
to take some money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. Eh? Everybody's got a camera, so why not?
It's very
Yeah,
cool.
of course. Why not? It's extra exposure.
Yeah, the more content on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
You can't control it when it's out there like that, but
It reaches more people, and that's
Yeah,
at the end of the day is what we're
exactly.
trying to do, just connect with more people and get our music out to whoever wants to listen.
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, they
Totally.
stumble across it and then they want to find their way to your page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they
of
will
course.
on the ArtsTalk episode that I post of the
Yes.
White Swan.
People
Nice.
are gonna go, oh, I like that.
Totally. Yeah. That Paul McCartney.
Love those
Oh, man.
bands.
So
That's my impression.
that was excellent.
Thanks.
Have you ever
Lacking
heard
distortion.
you've heard of Paul McCartney?
Yes, I know who
Okay,
Paul
just-
McCartney
I think he
is.
worked with Kanye West on a song a few years
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
that
didn't
Paul guy,
Kanye
yeah.
West discover him?
I
Yeah,
saw
he-
that.
That's Kanye West is just so talented. I can't believe that he was able to discover Paul McCartney like that. Like,
Honestly.
what a great guy.
Honestly.
What a saint.
I try to understand, I just don't get
Sorry,
it.
I can't.
It's just
I can't.
Yeah, no.
don't get it.
No, I don't know. But I liked the song Gold Digger, so
Do
yeah.
Yeah.
His lyrics kind of jam out to it in the living room. We dance. Yeah.
I don't know
Other
any
than that.
Kanye songs. I don't know anything by him.
Yeah. He made some money. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think we're kind of running out of time
Yeah,
here.
we are.
So we got one more song called
Yes.
Blood
Blood.
by the White
Not
Swan.
Zed blood.
Not the
Just
blood, just
And
blood.
This is about blood. I'm gonna say it's about transfusions, surgery.
Yes.
Vampires,
All
you
of
know.
Actually, our first photo shoot was done in a slaughterhouse.
Really?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
Is
fun
that
fact.
photo on your Facebook? The
Yeah.
cover photo? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whose
So
idea
great
was
picture.
that?
The photographer actually.
photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to out in the country, just outside Hamilton, and it's a friend of ours, close to Mercedes. We met through Mercedes, but she's a great photographer. She's a very talented woman, and she lives right beside a farm, which had a slaughterhouse.
And we didn't know this until
We
we
didn't
walked
know,
into
so-
the room and went, "Oh, what's that table for?" Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it just like had
Really?
the weirdest
Yeah.
smell of death
Oh, God.
too. It was
What an experience.
But like it's pretty metal, right?
I hope
Yeah.
that you're a vegetarian.
No.
Metal.
I'm sorry,
Definitely
vegans.
metal.
We didn't know until we got there.
Yeah.
What does death smell like, Kara?
Hard to
Sad.
describe.
Cold.
Cold.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's just making me want to like, ugh,
You're
shiver.
from St. Thomas, though. That's farm country. No?
yeah, and the entire town basically smells like death. So death and cigarettes.
Oh,
So
Lovely combination.
You know, Death and Cigarettes is a great name for a band.
Yeah.
That'll be our third album.
There you
Yeah.
go. There
There
you
you
go. Got it.
yeah, but anyways, going back to blood. Sorry, blood made me think of the slaughterhouse that we.
Cool story though.
I didn't see
Oh,
any
yeah.
blood. It was very clean. It was like kind of like
It
a.
doesn't look like a slaughterhouse
You
in the
know,
background.
when you're watching like one of those shows, like medical shows or whatever, and you see like the operating room. It's very clean,
Very sterile.
very sterile,
Yeah.
clean, very solemn.
Mhm.
People dying there, obviously. It's kind of like that going in there.
But with
Make
cute
me think
little
about
little
more.
pigs.
They don't blow the animals up.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about that.
yeah, let's not talk about
But
that
cool
anymore.
story.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Looks good.
sorry, blood. It's
Thanks.
it was actually there's a book called Blood by an author whose name escapes me right now, but that was the main inspiration for it. Was based off of a book, and
Literary references.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Now, let's recap where to find the music and when the next gigs are.
Yes.
before we head out. So, SoundCloud? No.
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 Bandcamp,
Bandcamp.
iTunes.
And is The White Swan at Bandcamp?
The White Swan Band at
The White Swan
bandcamp.com.
Band. Right.
And if you look us up on iTunes, you'll find a bunch of weird yoga stuff labeled The White Swan, and then you'll find us as well if you keep
Interesting.
scrolling.
It's not Mercedes stuff?
No.
It happens to
What
be
a
yoga
coincidence.
stuff.
It's-
and-
yeah, it just happens
it's
to
just
have a
pretty
crossover
funny.
there.
But
Wow.
yeah, Bandcamp's the main one. I would say iTunes, or just come out to a show, or
Totally.
All
send
right.
us a message if you want to buy a CD, where we can mail them out too.
We'd like to thank you very
Okay,
much
yes,
for being
thank you guys
here.
so much.
Thank you for having us. It's been
All
Thanks
the
for
way from
having
beautiful
us.
London, Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
Please come and see us next time you're in town. Next time Shane
Definitely.
needs to come in and see his people.
Yes.
Especially when you get the next record done.
Yeah, definitely.
We'd love to.
Yeah, we'd be happy to come back for that.
Yeah, help you promote it.
Please reach out and it'd be great to have you here.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Later on tonight, we have one of our favorite bands, Hysterics,
Oh, yes.
playing at the Fox
We
Lounge.
are like gonna pack up here and get driving to Barrie.
Head up there.
Yep.
And,
Non-stop. We got
next-
Hysterics and the Beards
And the Beards.
tonight. And then next Wednesday, this Wednesday, we actually for once have an artist that's not a musician.
Oh, cool.
It's a local author. I can spell his last name. It's Spencer with an S. Spencer S.
Spencer.
He'll give you that last name on Wednesday, and I'll post it tomorrow.
Well, be sure to tune in on Wednesday.
He's going to share some music he likes because we want some music, but he's going to tell us about his new book and what it's like to be a local author in Newmarket.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can't wait. So tune in 6 o'clock on Wednesday, 102.7 Shop FM, and we're going to take you out of here with Blood by White Swan on ArtsTalk on
102.7 Chop FM.